Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Nice to see you again. Perhaps you can see that at present the participants are 66 at the moment. Our colleagues and friends from Croatia will miss our webinar in the afternoon. But as everything up to here, the webinar, our meetings are recorded, so every one of you later on time can see the webinar once again, anytime when it is convenient for you. About the program for tomorrow, there will be a bit of a change. The grouping will follow the presentation of each one of my colleagues. And once the webinar finish, you will have the program for tomorrow as well. However, we will start as it is set at 10 a.m. in the morning, each day till Friday. So enjoy the webinar and hope that it will be useful for all of us. Thank you. Now it's time to present the speaker of today's webinar, Mr. Nikolai Marinov.
Hello there. Do you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we hear you.
Excellent. Okay, my name is Nikolai Marinov, and I'm team lead and developer at VSTBG. Today, I'm going to show you how to install WordPress on your local machines and how to build a homepage. We're going to start with installing Wargon, which is a program that will turn our PCs, our local machines, into a server. I'm going to share a screen. Tell me if you see it.
Yes, we can see it.
All right. Okay. WordPress. WordPress is one of the most famous CMS systems. CMS stands for Content Management System. Why WordPress is so popular? Well, that's because in most of the cases, actually, you don't need any coding skills for creating a website. By last statistics, WordPress has more than 40% of the active online shops and websites. So the first step for installing Wargon is going to wargon.org and downloading the application. For those of you which are using Mac or Linux, there's another program which I'll include later in the links. The name of that program is XAMPP, but for my case, I'm on Windows and I'm going to use Wargon. Okay, I already downloaded it, so I'm going to install it. Any minute now. We don't need the last two checks. After the installation is complete, we're going to add a phpMyAdmin. We're going to use that application to connect our server, our site, with the database. Shortly after the installation, I will explain more about it. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, ready to go. Now, this is the main menu of the Wargon. First, before we start the Apache server, which will execute the PHP that will run our WordPress site, we're going to visit phpMyAdmin.net so we can include the phpMyAdmin to the application. For those of you which are going to install XAMPP, you don't need to go through this setup. This is just for Wargon, and it just needs to be added manually. I already done that. So the phpMyAdmin needs to be sent to C, or the drive where you installed Wargon, etc. apps. Okay, we're done. We go to apps, and this step is very important. After we extract our file, we need to rename the folder only to phpMyAdmin. Okay, now we can start all, which will run the Apache server and the phpMyAdmin. All right, all set and done. Okay, our next setup is to go on to WordPress. And after that's done, I'll show you where to put exactly the WordPress site so you can run it on your computer. Usually doesn't take that much time. I'm sorry for this. Okay, I guess there is a problem with my internet connection, so I'm going to open the file I downloaded earlier. Oh, it's already done. Okay. After the download is complete, we need to navigate to the drive we installed Wargon and extract our WordPress site to www folder. That's our main root folder of all the websites we're going to install on our local machine. After this step is done, we need to visit localhost, which will point to that www folder. For now, it's empty. But first step, before we're going to install the WordPress, we need to create the database for it. And for that, we're visiting localhost phpMyAdmin. That will point to the app direction where put the phpMyAdmin folder. Okay, by default, there is only username, which is root, and there is no password. We press go. And this is the main dashboard for database creation. To create a database, we have to choose database. We have to give the name of the database, which will be WordPress. And for creations, we're going to use UTF General C, UTF Awesome General C. That's very important step. Okay, after our database is created, we can proceed with the installation of the WordPress. So again, we visit localhost / the name of our website, which is WordPress. We wait for the installation to start. Okay, we choose our preferred language. Now, all we need is the database name, which already named WordPress, the username, that's the username of the phpMyAdmin, which is root, and the password we left blank. The database host is always localhost, and the table prefix is the prefix of the table names, which is always WAP. So we can skip this step, and we can run the installation. Okay, all set and done. We need a name for our WordPress site. The username, which will be admin. And for password, we're going to use something like this. We can confirm that we're going to use a void password, and we can install our WordPress. Oh, I forgot my email. After the installation is done, we can log in into our admin. So 1 to 6, remember me. And there is it. We have a running WordPress on our local machine. For those of you that are not very familiar with WordPress, I'm going to show you the basic setups of creating a page, setting up the main settings of the site. So if you want to visit our site, you can press from here, visit our site. So this is basically an empty page. We'll go back to admin, and we're going to create a new page, which we're going to set for home page. We're pressing add new. We give it a name, which will be home page, and we will publish it for now. That's everything we need. Okay, now first thing we need to do is to choose which for homepage, because right now the local host WordPress showing us latest box. To choose a new homepage, we have to go to settings, reading. We have to choose a static page, and from here you can select the homepage for a homepage. Okay. Now the content should be yes, it's changed. All right. Our next step is to show you how to install a new theme. Because right now we have a pure skeleton theme with just HTML with basic CSS and JavaScript. So if we want to look a little bit better, we're going to install a new theme that comes from themes. Those themes right here are from WordPress.org, and most of them are free. I guess we're going to install something that includes Elementor, which is a page builder, and I'm going to introduce you after that to it. So we're going to install Hello Elementor. All right, now we need to activate it. And now we have a new theme installed on our shop. Now, next part is installing plugins. I'm showing how to install Elementor, which is a great instrument for page building. So we navigate to plugins, and the search input we press Elementor and install now. After the Elementor is installed, we're going to have access to many variety of widgets, which we want to build our new homepage. All right, we need to activate it. And we are all set and done. We're going to skip the guide for now. And we will go back to our homepage. From here now, you're going to see a new button right here, which says Edit with Elementor. That will open all the widgets that we included right now with the new builder. So basically, this is one blank page. For now, we're going to go back first. So I will show you how to set a new logo to the website, so it can look a little bit better. We'll go to Appearance, Customize. From here, we pick Site Identity and select Logo. Pick some of the new logos right here. Okay. Without cropping. We're going to remove the tagline. If you want, we can include favicon, which appears on the top of our bars. And now we'll publish this. And we'll refresh to see if our logo is here. Yes. All right. From here, you can add additional CSS if you don't have code editor or knowledge by using FTP. But for purpose of this video, we're not going to write any custom code. Everything we're going to do is going to be from the admin. We'll go back to our homepage and we'll edit it with the Elementor. So from here, you can see that on the left side, we have many widgets and elements that we can add to our page. For starters, we're going to add a slider because most of the websites start with that. So for easier navigation and searching, we can use the input with the search, and we can drag and drop elements from the left column to our page. After we dropped the slider, it comes a new pop-up with more settings. Here we can choose the images we want to put in our slider. For the image size, you have to pick full. We can show only one slider by and image stretch. If you want to show the slider on the full size of the width of our page, you have to go to navigation, caption, additional. Did that remove that setting? I guess. Oh no, it's from the additional options, which are from here, and from content from box, we're going to make it full width. Okay, now it's looking better. We're going to add one more image so they can change. Okay, now I have completely functional slider. After that, we update the settings so we can save it. And we're going to refresh our homepage to see if the slider appears. Yes, it's right here and it's working. Okay, we don't need that homepage title, so we're going to remove it. We'll go back to our dashboard. We'll navigate to appearance and customize again. From here, we're going to choose homepage settings. Oh, it's already done. Okay, set identity. There should be an option here that let's remove the homepage, but I guess we have to do it from the page. Back to work procedure. Okay, let's remove that option as well. All right, our next setup is going to create content with two boxes. And that content will put video from YouTube. So first we're going to create a new container. It will have two columns. On the left side, we're going to put our video. On the right side, we're going to put our content. There's many ways to include videos from YouTube. For purpose of this video, we're going to use iframe, and after that, I'm going to show you how to use another widget, which is part of the Elementor. We go to YouTube. Pick a demo video, no matter what. And after we open the video, we right-click on it, and we press Copy Embed Code. that will give us a code with a frame that we can include in our page. On this box, we're going to select text editor. We're going to press on text on the left column. I'm going to paste our iframe. As you can see, our iframe shows right here with our video, but it looks too big. So the width is going to be 100% and the height around 300. Okay, that looks much better. On the right side, we're going to put some dummy content. Going to use the text editor widget again. And we can use Lorem Ipsum, which is generator of dummy content. We can copy it. Paste it back to our editor. Okay. Now it looks much better. Now, for our second column, I'm going to show you how to use a widget to include the video. So we're going to create another section, which is columns. This time the first one is going to be a dummy content. I can copy it from right here by right click and duplicate. And I can move it exactly where I want. Now, for the video, I'm going to use another widget from the Elementor. Okay, here it has more options. You can choose different source like YouTube, Vimeo, Dailymotion, or self-hosted. And by self-hosted, it means that it's on our local host, so it's on our website. We can copy our link again. This time we don't need the iframe. You can change the start time or at the end time. You can make it with autoplay. You can there's a lot of options that we can include. You can set a different overlay for a thumbnail, but we don't need that right now. After everything is done, I need to remove this. We have the two videos right here. Okay. We'll continue with making our site looking a bit better. Now, we're going to put a new titles. Because right now it doesn't look very good like that. We can enter that title. And we're going to right click and duplicate it for our next section. I have to add a new one. You can write from this content right here, also as well from here. Going to move the whole content right here. And now it looks a bit better. After this is done, you can check the results again. Everything looks okay. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to add more content. If this is a website that has information and you have to add a contact form in your site, you can go back to our dashboard. We will navigate to plugins, add new, and for contact form, we're going to use contact form 7. With that extension, we're going to create a new contact form, which through our clients can connect to us, write us email. Okay, now we need to activate it. After the contact form 7 is installed, you should see new navigation link on the front, on the left. All right, it's right here, contact. It comes with one dummy contact form, which can edit. As you can see right here, this is the form tab. Here we can see that we have name, email, subject, and the message. And the bottom is the submit button. To display this form, you have to copy this code right here. It's a shortcut. We're going to include it in our page. Okay, we're going to create a new section. This time is going to be full width. And we're going to add another text editor. And in that text editor, we're going to choose text. Here, we're going to paste our shortcut. And after we update, we should see our contact form right here. But of course, that doesn't look again. So we're going to add another title. But before that, I'm going to edit that column. I'm going to change the structure. Or I guess I won't leave me. All right, then I'll delete you and I'll do it again. This time I'm going to pick 2 columns. On the left side, we're going to set our content form again. Save it. We'll add a title. We can add a little bit of spacing between the title and the contact form. Connect it. With 20 pixels of margin bottom, that was a bit better. But maybe we need some space on the top. Okay. Now looks a little bit better. We'll update this. Go back, refresh the page so we can see the result. Okay, all is done. As you know, most of the contact forms has a map for additional orientation. So I'm going to show you how to add a Google map with an iframe. I'm going to pick a random address. center of our city. We go to maps. And here we press sharing and embedding map. In my browser right now, it's on Bulgarian, but in English it says embedding the card. From here, you can copy that iframe. Call this Windows because we don't need it anymore. And from text editor, again, we're going to remove the demo contents, and in the text tab, we're going to paste our iframe. As you can see, again, on a 100%. And the height will be around 450. Yeah, I think that's good. We're going to add another heading. And we're going to add additional margin on the top so it can be equal with the content. Okay, let's see the result. And we have almost complete homepage with most basic information that we need. All right. I can show you additional widgets that we have. Elementor comes with many free widgets that we can use. For starters, we can choose a different section, which is based on icons. So we're going to create another section. This time is going to be with 3 columns. From here, we're going to add the icon section with a box info. From here, you can change the library and you can change the whole icon. We're going to use font awesome, regular. We already have some demo content. From here, we can copy and duplicate the whole widget 3 times, so we don't need to import it from here. Just need to drop it right there. From here, you can change the position of the icons. You can put it on the left side, you can put it on the right side. But for this case, on the top left header, we also can change the title and the tag. But after is good for now. WD, and we refresh the page again. And now it looks a bit better, but that homepage still bothers me. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard. From here, we choose customize. And see, is there a way to remove that title? I wonder where they changed it. Yes, it's nowhere to find. First, graph images. I'm going to go back on this. Let's see the additional settings. Nice. Now we go back there. Okay. I'm going to show how to hide it with custom CSS then. They remove that functionality from the admin. With right clicking on our page and pressing inspect, it opens the developer tools, and from here on this tab elements, you can see the HTML structure of our website. From here, you can see that #1, our homepage title, #1 is one #1 tag and has entry title. This is the class which we can use to select the item and hide it. So I'm going to copy the class. I'm going to the custom. Well, I guess I have to go to the WordPress section. From here, we need to exit to the dashboard. And from appearances, I'm going to press customize. And here on the additional CSS tab, we can write our custom CSS. So the selector is dot title, and we're going to display the property none. We publish, and we check if the result is not showing. Oh yes, there's another CSS that overrides ours, but we can override it as well by using the important property, which overrides the main default CSS, and by that, we finally hide the homepage title. Okay, as you can see, one important thing is missing from our website, and that's the navigation. So we're going to create a new menu. We're going to the menu section, create menu, go and give it a name. We're going to set it for primary. And after the loading is done, we can add the pages. So we're going to include the home page, and we're going to include the sample page. As you can see, they are displayed right on the right side of the logo. After we publish it, we refresh our page, and now we have a navigation. This is the demo page that comes with the WordPress, and this is our home page. I'll go back to inspector, which can access by right-clicking and clicking inspect, or by clicking the F12 button on your keyboard. Here on the left, we have the elements, which is the whole HTML structure of the page that we are looking right now. The console is, as you can see, the place where we can run JavaScript directly in our browser and our page. So I'm going to show you a little. Get alert will be doing stuff. Nothing in curly face. And by pressing enter, we execute the code we're writing in the console. The CSS overview. This is the code CSS capturing. Lighthouse is similar to Google Page Speed Insight, which can generate reports about the mobile and desktop versions of the site. With the performance, we can check the loading speed of the site. Sources and security, those stuff are not very important right now. The network type can show us all the posts requests that are coming to our website. And that's pretty much it. Another great feature of it is that we can see after we inspect every element, let's say this title of section 1. After we inspect it, we can see on the right side all the CSS that's employed on it and the files that it comes from. We can choose the element by pressing this arrow right here. We cannot inspect it, and we can choose the element separately. Okay, next step is to show you how to access the mobile view of your site, the responsive editor. It comes from right here from toggle this device toolbar. By pressing it, we have access to the mobile view of our website. And from here, we can change the resolution. Right now, we have default presets like iPhones, iPads, and after I pick the one, it changes the resolutions automatically and scales the whole content on our homepage. And like this, you can check on every resolution how to see our WordPress. This is laptops for 1025 and for bigger screens like laptops, there is 1.463 pixels. And by default, it's looking like this. So I guess we have 10 minutes more rest. So if you want, you can ask additional questions about anything you want to know, if it's the project or anything else you want to know about the WordPress. Any questions? Anyone? Guys, do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you, but we
Yes,
have no
yes, yes.
questions.
Okay, great. Do you have any questions?
No.
Дали могат двама души да работят?
Може да повторите въпроса? Can you repeat your question? I heard someone asking a question, but hello.
I have a question. Can two people work at the same time?
Yes, of course. But I mean, if you install the WordPress on your local machine, if you want to work together, one of the options is to share screen, and the other option is to give access to your computer, because in this developer position right now, if you want to work on this website independently, you have to install it on a real server. Otherwise, you have to give access to your local area, to your PC. Anyone else?
I have a question too. Where can I watch this recording of the video?
I guess
Because
someone will send link
I
to the-
see
We
it's
will
recording.
share the link with the video after the session.
Okay, thanks.
Anyone else? If there's something you want to know about WordPress or any of the functionalities.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you show again how to download the Laragon?
Laragon, yes, of course. After this course is over, I'm going to send you the links, but I'm going to show you the Laragon. You have to always need to do is go to the search. Press Laragon is going to be the first result. After you visit the page, you go to the Advanced section, and from here, you need to pick the download Laragon full, which is 130 megabytes. And it will start automatically to download the Laragon. This is it. If you're a Mac user or you have a Linux on your system, you can use XAMPP, which is basically the same, but it covers more operation systems. It works pretty much the same, with the difference that this includes the PHP admin, and we added it manually on the starting.
I have another question.
Yes.
How about when you're using Chromebook? Can you really do all these steps?
What do you mean by using Chromebook?
Chromebook itself, it got a different operational system.
You mean installing a new WordPress or another website?
Yes, when using a Chromebook, can you really do all these steps?
Yes, it's pretty much the same.
Is it possible? Okay.
But I guess not everyone is going to need to install and configure it, the local host machine, because I thought you're going to be separated into groups, and you can choose, I guess, one or two people that can install the WordPress on their machine, and the other one will help with the rebuilding the homepage and organizing the look of it.
Yeah, I understand this.
Okay. Anyone else?
Okay, so if you do not have any more questions, I would like to thank Nikolai for
Yeah,
his
you're welcome.
great support, and hope to see you tomorrow at almost the same time as well.
Okay,
And
it was
now,
a pleasure.
Nikki, can you stop the sharing, please?
Yeah.
okay, so for tomorrow, Tuesday, we shall start at 10 a.m. Bulgarian time. And as you can see, we have short presentations of each one of the tasks by the mentors of the groups. And after that, we will just introduce the list of participants in every one of the groups. I would like to thank Polish and Turkish colleagues and students because they have already filled in the groups of the students, and would appreciate if the rest of the groups do the same. So for tomorrow, the groups will be divided in separate Zoom rooms by the mentors, and you will work together till 12:30. After that, we are going to have a break and again a webinar, the second part of the webinar, how to create a web page. Of course, if you have any questions from today's webinar, you can ask tomorrow as well. Your teachers have already had that program and hope to share the program with your students as well. So thank you once again for your great participation and cooperation, and hope to see you healthy and in good mood, everyone, tomorrow at the same time, 10 a.m. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow,
everyone.
see you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.